Hello everyone, it's Paola. Welcome back to my channel. As you know, it's an art and graphic design channel, and today I'm going to be talking about some of my art. Yes, I'm gonna get vulnerable, guys. So before we get started, as always, follow me on Instagram. I'm posting more of my design work on there now, and also check out my Patreon, check out my Venmo, how you can donate to my channel, help contribute because I need help. Okay, that'd be really nice. Let's move on. So, like I said, I'm getting vulnerable today, guys, because I am going to show you the contents of my sketchbook and my sketchbooks. I mean, I have a few, and this is going to be kind of like a memory lane kind of video because I haven't done a ton of sketching as of recently, been doing a lot of client work, a lot of design work, and not so much sketching, but this is going to be more about the art and stuff that I've done and the progress I've made in my sketches. I feel like this is probably a really good exercise for me to look back on because I hate a lot of my sketches. And I also really hate sketching, so I think I need to break this habit. So let's look in through my sketchbooks, see where I've improved, see where I can improve, and just talk a bit about the art process, sketching, everything like that. Okay, so let's start with the mini notebook because this has old stuff and then a little bit newer. It has the most random sketches, but we're gonna go through a little bit of it and just see where I've taken my stuff. So there was a period of time, kind of a long time ago, where I was really into drawing flowers, and let me just say that I am pretty proud of all my flower drawings. I've used one of them in my logo design, it's in another sketchbook, but yeah, flowers are fun for me, and there's something that can get you into sketching if you are not prone to wanting to draw. Drawing is hard, so I get it. But yes, this is something I'm proud of. Definitely flowers are where I start always. I used to be obsessed with drawing these weird little roses. I don't know why. Don't ask me, don't know. I'm always getting the question, do you have to be good at drawing to be a designer? And my answer is no. You can be a designer, you don't have to draw, but drawing can only enhance your skills, help you out. It's a good process to learn. I am still resistant to it, so I feel your pain if you're not someone who wants to draw and wants to be a designer. Here are a bunch of odd little sketches I did once. What a horrible, horrible look. I mean, some of them are horrible, some of them are cute. I would say this little map is cute. What is some of this stuff though? I think I was going through a phase here, and honestly, not a good one. As you can see here, the phases of drawing a camera. Guys, this is probably the perfect demonstration of what a sketchbook is for. Like, a sketchbook is not for perfect drawings. Sometimes you need to take the time to go through every single step, shape, whatever you need to figure out what something needs to look like. This is a great process setup, especially for designers if you're wanting to make something like an icon or something for a logo or branding or anything. An orange that I drew with pencil. You can use your sketchbook to write out type. I mean, this is where I started the process of a drawing that I ended up making digital in a video. So yeah, this is where I like take my stuff and just start drawing it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like, as you can see, none of the spacing is correct, none of that. It's all fixed when it goes into the computer, but this is where I draw things out and can just have the beginning of something. I have also drawn random shapes with marker here. I mean, this is the type of stuff where I was playing with texture, trying to figure out if I could get that marker look when I take it into the computer. I mean, you can if you use the actual image. There's lots of different ways to do stuff like that, so this is what I was testing. And then a little bit more into letter processing, like what letters look like, what they can look like, and like measuring things out. It doesn't always work, but you know, draw it out, practicing with my hands. A very random letter, but I appreciate it. Woo, and let me tell you, I have not filled out a notebook yet. I never sketch enough to do that, but let me show you some of the stuff from my bigger notebooks, bigger sketchbooks. One is from school, the beginning, very beginning of art school, so this might be helpful for you. And then one just has more work in it. So let's talk art school. In a class that I had at the very beginning of art school, I thought I had to fill in and do little simple pencil drawings. But that's clearly not what a notebook can be for, a sketchbook can be for. It doesn't have to be just pencil drawings or pen drawings or anything like that. You can do collage, you can do whatever. So this was like my first attempt at this type of stuff in art school, and I feel like this is where things started expanding for me in a new way. It wasn't just about drawing, it was about, you know, creating your own work and putting down ideas and just all of that. So this is where I was talking about Baldessari, I was doing my own versions of things, I was creating my own collage and kind of doing a little bit of artist studies, which I found fascinating. So as you can see, it was just me figuring things out, talking about artists, and I love that. I think you should totally use your notebook, sketchbook for that, and just talk about whatever you want, fill in whatever you want, and make it your own. If a sketchbook is meant to bring you inspiration and help you put your inspiration onto paper, then that can be whatever you want it to be. So I feel like that hopefully that's what I can get across in sharing my sketchbook with you. However stressed I feel about it because it's just kind of embarrassing. So here are some quotes. We had different words that we were studying at this time. So definitely this was like class projects, but it was also just very nice to have and keep. This is from 2014, guys, so I don't even know what's going on half the time in here. So like I said, here's my example of my flowers. This is the one that's in my logo now for my YouTube channel. And yeah, flowers, simple flowers, that's what made me happy and made me a little bit more confident in my drawing skills at first. I also used this sketchbook in school to plan out packaging design for my Bigelow tea box, which you've probably seen if you've seen me reacting to my schoolwork. But yes, this is where I planned things out, drew it, and was trying to draw it to scale. Like, I used my sketchbook for planning out where all of the text was gonna go in detail, and that really helped me in just the whole planning phase. This sketchbook has been with me through a lot, clearly, because this is where I also started sketching out my new logo that I put on my YouTube channel, the paolakassa.com part. So this was definitely the origins of that, and yeah, I mean, my rebrand was not that long ago, and there it is in this sketchbook. I do have some sketches from client work in here too. These are the beginning phases of my client work with Iposa, which is on my website now. And yes, this was the very beginning of all of the drawing out. And then here is where it got a little bit more advanced into what it was gonna look like. But yeah, this is like where it took off, and I mean, that was huge for me, like sketching and actually starting on paper in terms of logo design. Very rare for me. But yeah, like I said, guys, if you're afraid of drawing and you don't feel like you can draw and you want to be a designer, there are so many ways to do it. I mean, I'm definitely not the one to be like, I'm gonna freehand this, do it perfectly. Like, just explore, maybe keep a small sketchbook just to figure out letters or figure out, you know, images. Start with small little things like flowers or those little symbols, icons, whatever. You don't have to be perfect at drawing. You can always use it as a framework to take into the computer and start working that way. I mean, I'll literally encourage anyone to be a designer. I won't tell you that because you can't draw that you would never make it as a designer. I think that's just totally wrong. So definitely, if you want to be a designer, you can do it. Don't hold yourself back because you can't draw or you don't want to draw, whatever. I don't want to draw half the time, but guess what? I'm still doing this as a career. So this is interesting. This sketchbook is a little more about fine art. It's like some of my charcoal drawings. So this was like the beginning of figure drawing hands, drawing body parts for the first time. And charcoal and I actually found common ground at some point. Basically, I had to keep this for my figure drawing class. So this is a little bit more fine art. So I was like drawing my own hand every day. I had to draw hands, I had to draw faces, feet. This was the assignment. So I got a little more creative sometimes and I did like crazier stuff. But yeah, it was actually a really good project for me because I was very afraid of drawing, and figure drawing actually helped me a lot for someone who I don't really consider myself an illustrator, a drawer, whatever you call it, you know? This class pushed me so much and really made me realize that I could do it, I could try, and I would encourage you, if you don't feel like drawing, take a figure drawing class, because that definitely helps, trust me. It pushes you. So coming out of fine art and going a little bit into illustration, like I said, graphic design, illustration, hand in hand. So if you're into illustration, you might be into this. I was practicing with paint markers, which I don't even know, like I just showed these in my vlog when I was cleaning out. I just found them and I was like, why did I hate these? Like, I made this stuff and I was like, oh, it sucks, like I said. And I need to stop being such a bully to myself. I was such a perfectionist, especially when I was doing this type of stuff. And I would see someone on Instagram and I would compare myself to them, and then I would make something like this and I would say, okay, it's trash. Everyone needs to start somewhere. And now looking back at it, guess what? This isn't trash. I could totally use this for a project or whatever, and it would be great. Like, what's wrong with me? So here's another one. These are just little patterns. Like I said, again, if you are wanting to be a graphic designer, if you are a graphic designer and you're struggling with illustration or drawing and you just want to try more things, try patterns, get some paint markers, go a little crazy. I just think these are great. Like, I'm proud of myself for doing them, and I'm glad I still have them. I'm glad I don't get mad and throw them away. I mean, I used to be like that with all of my stuff. So looking into my sketchbook was a little stressful because some of my stuff is just a little cringy, but if you enjoyed it, please give it a like. It really, really helps my channel, and I would love to see a glimpse inside your sketchbook. So if you post about it, tag me. So tag me on Instagram, and yeah, I will see you in my next video. Let me know if you want to see more videos in the comments below, like me actually sketching in my sketchbook. Maybe I could do like a sketching challenge and try to sketch more. I don't know. Let me know. And also subscribe if you're not subscribed, and ring the bell if you want to get notifications every time I upload. Okay, that's it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Can every loud truck that's driving down my street today please go home? We're in a panoramic. Why are you out? Where are you going? There's nowhere to go.